What's up, everybody? This is Corn Beaner. This is part 4 of 5 of my Diablo 3 beta series. And for part 4, I'm on my 4th character, and for my 4th character, I chose to play through as the Wizard. Now, many people, this is probably going to be one of the few videos where I kind of get into a little bit more detail as to what this character brings to the table as opposed to the other characters. Just because if you just look at the game, and just the gameplay footage itself, the Wizard looks to be very, very similar to the Witch Doctor. And while they do share some similarities, they play very different. One of the main differences is the Witch Doctor, which I have played before, uses a bit of mana for everything that the Witch Doctor does. Even on its most basic, I guess, cast or spell or attack, the user will always have to use a little bit of mana. So if you unleashed a bunch of really heavy attacks with the Witch Doctor, you might not have enough mana to actually get out a quick, regular spell because you'll be out of mana. And that's one of the main differences that the Wizard brings to the table. The Wizard uses arcane powers to cast all the more powerful spells, but it also has all of its basic attacks are called signature spells or signature attacks, and that uses no arcane power at all. So with the Wizard, you literally have an endless bounty of power to at least cast your most basic spells. Also, on my Witch Doctor preview, I said that the Witch Doctor was probably going to be the #1 character that newbies or new people to the series might use just because of its ease of use. And the Wizard is kind of the opposite of that. While the Wizard is powerful, I felt that that balance of offensive power and defensive power has to be struck very fine, especially when dealing with a big group of enemies. With my playthrough with the Witch Doctor, I kind of had no issue kind of separating or slowing down big chunks of enemies into smaller chunks so I can pick them out one at a time. With the Wizard, unfortunately, so far from what early on what I've tested and what I've played, it seems that the Wizard doesn't have anything that can actually do that. And another downfall to the Wizard, it's not really a downfall, it's kind of how the game has to be balanced to offer contrasting styles and contrasting playthroughs, is that the more powerful the Wizard grows, it seems the shorter the distance is for the attacks. So while the Wizard's most basic signature move has great range, as it starts leveling up and getting more and more powerful attacks, the distance actually becomes a lot shorter. So basic signature attack, we'll say it goes full screen. As it gets stronger, you're talking about maybe 3 body lengths going forward and sideways. So you do get kind of a spread. But since the Wizard doesn't have any of, I guess, the slowdown compatibilities of the Witch Doctor, if you're in a big group of enemies and you selected the wrong skills, you're gonna be eating a bunch of hits and you can possibly die. And actually in the beta, the Wizard was actually the first character in which I actually died. I've been close several times, especially with the Monk, which was my second playthrough, but I never actually, got defeated at the hands of the enemies. And this was actually the first time that I actually, I guess, tasted death in Diablo 3. But that does not take anything away from the Wizard. The Wizard is still, to me, a very fun character to play with. It's just that you're gonna, in my eyes, you're gonna have to be a little bit more seasoned to kind of play with the Wizard, just because the style of the Wizard can change from basically just filtering a couple of moves around and just changing them and kind of sculpting the Wizard to what you want him to be. And I feel that as a player, you're gonna have to strike a perfect balance in order to get through it. But the Wizard was still very intriguing, very fun to play. And I think if you get the game, and if you want to play that type of a character, I would say start with the Witch Doctor. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, just go to the Wizard, and it'll feel similar enough where you'll feel comfortable, but at the same time it'll be different enough where it's a whole new experience. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that with that, you know, as far as Diablo 3. It's gonna be a great game, you know. Hope everybody out there picks it up when it comes out, if you have a PC that can run it. And you know, the beta has been very fun to play, and I'm almost halfway through my Barbarian playthrough, so that should be coming out soon. Yeah, that's it for Diablo 3. I'm gonna move on a little bit, you know, personal stuff here, really quick. I'm sorry, guys. I have another video. I'm giving away a 12-month gold subscription to Xbox Live. I'll put the link down below. All you gotta do is just comment on the video. You don't have to like, subscribe, or do anything with it. Just comment on the video, and you'll be in the entry. And also, in that video, I saw the 49ers won. Yeah, the 49ers beat the Giants this weekend and make it to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna throw another prize in there, and we're gonna keep this going up until they, you know, lose or win the Super Bowl. So we'll see how that goes. And another thing, really quick, S.O.P.A, the Stop Online Piracy Act, S.O.P.A, looks like it might pass in Congress, despite, you know, the American people not wanting this bill to pass. I'm gonna say, please guys, I'm gonna put a link down in the description below. Read up about it, you know, make your own decisions, but do not let, you know, just let your voice be heard now that we have a voice. Because with the way this bill is written, it looks like it's just gonna give too much power to the government. And when too much power comes to the government, you know, little people like you and me won't even be able to express the way we truly feel about, you know, like a product or, you know, anything if it belongs to a big company. You know, with power that goes to the government, I feel like corruption comes along. And, you know, a little guy like me, say, if, you know, if all my Diablo 3 things were negative, and if Blizzard was one of those companies that just didn't want any negative publicity, I can see them, you know, like paying the government, and the government being like, oh, copyright, you know, we're going to censor this because of whatever reason. And, you know, Blizzard's not that company, don't get me wrong. This is just an, you know, an example, because this is a Diablo 3, you know, video. You know, Blizzard is a great company. You know, please don't get this confused, as I'm just using them as an example. But, you know, guys, do not let the government not hear your voice right now that you have them. As soon as they're able to censor your voice, you know, it's going to be the beginning of a very just rough journey for us, just for little people like you and me. But it's not even about piracy. It's not even about trying to exploit copyright. It's just about us getting our opinions out there and letting us, you know, entertain others, or, you know, however we want to do this. I just do this because it's a personal passion of mine, and I'm just, you know, if somebody finds entertainment in this, then I love for that to happen. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. You know, thank you guys again. Links down below. You know, like, subscribe. Tell me what I can change. In about a month, you know, I should have my capture station, so I'm actually gonna expand more than just doing PC titles. You know, hoping to PS3, Xbox, all that other good stuff. So yeah, thank you guys again. Links down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye guys. Peace.